Here is a quick and easy way to find the key you need to jam in and what appropriate steps you need to make thereafter. This is called the John Sanders / Scott Miller high school ghetto technique. Usually the first chord is the chord you're soloing over. Not always. Like this, we're going to use this as an example because I'm lazy and it's easy. Now that's basically, it starts at D, but the band kicks in at E to C to A. So I'd say it's safe to say you're playing over E. And then what you do is you go, okay, E major pentatonic or E minor pentatonic, so that you play over the top. Which sounds better? Yeah, it's E minor pentatonic, E major pentatonic. It's a really easy process that me and my friend were doing in high school. I mean, we just, you know, if it wasn't one, it was the other. So this sounds better, E minor pentatonic. If you want to go to E major pentatonic, I use fingers as the markers. So you just put whatever, put your pinky where your first finger is. And now you're at E major pentatonic. Now, so you can do E minor pentatonic over the whole thing if you like. Now, if you want to do like 3-note per string stuff and make it a bit more interesting and kind of get out of the blues boxes and whatnot, then you have to decide, is it minor or is it Dorian? And there's a difference. E minor is E Dorian is here. All the same notes. E minor, you've got a C note. E Dorian, you have a C sharp note. And instead of playing the whole scale, I just take the bottom 2 strings, and the pattern is going to be for minor, it's going to be 12, 13, 15 on B, 12, 14, 15 on high E. Now, that's minor. If it doesn't work, try Dorian, which is going to be 12, 14, 15 on both strings. And also, if you're in E, a very Dorian thing to do is to take this C sharp note and bend it to D. Sounds better over music, and I'll show you what I mean. So, E minor. Or E Dorian. So, look, I think you can use both. I think it might be a good idea to maybe start out using minor in the beginning, and when you get to the A chord, if you're playing E Dorian over A, it basically changes to A Mixolydian, which has got a very happy Let's try and see what happens. E Dorian. In this particular instance, this backing track, you can use E minor and E Dorian. So what that does is you've got a C and a C sharp. It means you can kind of use on the B string the 12, 13, 14, and 15 and do like passing tony kind of stuff. That kind of business. So now you know that over that particular part of the backing track, you can play E minor pentatonic all over the neck. If you don't know your 5 shapes, let me suggest that you learn them, because Guthrie will be very happy. And then you can play E minor and E Dorian, and it's a difference of 2 notes, but it's a lot you can do. So that's 3 different scales that you can play all over the neck over just those 3 chords. You don't think this will work? Let's try a different backing track. Okay, I'm hearing G and F. And I'm thinking, to me it sounds like the tonal center is going to be G. Okay, let's try G minor pentatonic. Sounds pretty good. Let's try G major pentatonic. Yeah, don't think it sounds very well. So I'm going to stick with G. And then now let's try going either G, Dorian, or G minor and see what happens. We'll try minor first. G Dorian. So I would stick to maybe G Dorian. So you've got the 5 boxes of the G minor pentatonic scale. You've got G Dorian, and if you've checked out my modes for metalheads page on my website, the link is down below. So if Dorian is the second mode of the major scale, and the first one is so G here. Go back for a step, and you've got F Ionian. So that's where you start your modes. Want to see if that works? Let's try it. So that's pretty decent. Try another one. Okay, this is D. Okay, and another thing obviously you're going to notice is that if you're playing metal and it sounds mean, it's almost automatically always going to be D minor. To find out what Ionian's going to be, start with your D note. So you got Aeolian, Locrian, Ionian. Let's see if that works. So F Ionian. Should work. So yes, it does. So then you obviously know from the modes that it's going to be F Ionian, G Dorian, A Phrygian, A sharp Lydian, C Mixolydian, D Aeolian, E Locrian to the octave. Sometimes minor works, sometimes Dorian is better. So let's try D Dorian. Find your D note. So that's Dorian. So now you can use D minor and D Dorian once again. Not always. You know, if you're playing doom and gloom metal stuff, you also have to maybe add a few notes. Like D flat is going to work as well. So you can play D. Now you can start mixing stuff up. I'm going to go into this way in depth. I went over my initial idea, so I apologize for that, but I'm going to do some videos called layers, where I'm going to start at the bare bones minimum, and once you've grasped that concept, you go to layer 2. Always knowing that you can go back to layer 1, which is obviously going to be the 5 boxes of the pentatonic scale. Alright. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's raining here in Australia, but it's extremely hot inside the house. I might open the door. Okay. Peace, 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 peace.